One of the things that really grinds my gears is when people use the phrase, because we've always done it that way. That phrase and the variations of it are probably one of the most detrimental things that there is in any walk of life, but especially agriculture, when it comes to being successful and profitable. When they say because we've always done it that way, what we're really saying is because I'm secure in what we're doing and I'm comfortable with the way we're doing it. It doesn't push my boundaries. It doesn't challenge me to think outside of the box. It's safe and right down the middle of the road. Well, when it comes to the inputs that we make decisions on about our farm on a year in and year out basis and how we manage and select those inputs, just because we've always done it that way doesn't mean that it's our best choice going forward. I'm Keith Byerly, Precision Ag Manager at Central Valley Ag, and this is your agronomy focus video that corresponds with my article on the CVA blog site. So, when we talk about things like nitrogen management or any other input on your farm, I want to challenge you to think about it in a new way. Think about it more as an investment portfolio. These decisions are the 401k that ensure your long-term success on your farm. Now, some of you are very risk averse. You want very safe, conservative stocks, and you're more likely to use that phrase because I've always done it that way. On the flip side, we've got those of you that are very comfortable in taking risks. You're playing out there in the realm of the new and emerging markets all the time and looking for those challenges that push the market. But in reality, all of us probably balance those two things along with the blue chips of our operation. So, when we talk about nitrogen management, I think that we need to look at our blue chips, our emerging markets, and our safe, conservative strategies that are out there. So in today's market, there are really two things that I think we need to focus on as having some of the biggest impact on your operations when it comes to nitrogen management. And those two things are variable rate nitrogen and nitrogen modeling. Now, the variable rate nitrogen is something that maybe for the last few years we kind of emerged as an emerging market or an emerging stock for our operation. It wasn't tried and true and it necessarily wasn't all that tested, but it was a solid concept that was giving us some returns. That concept of variable rate nitrogen has transitioned from an emerging technology into a blue chip stock. Today, with the way that we do variable rate nitrogen here at Central Valley Ag, I'm very confident that we can build a variable rate nitrogen program on your operation that places your tons and your inputs where they need to be to the best of their ability and also probably saves you a few dollars in the long run, and it's more environmentally friendly. Now, on the flip side, what's replaced that variable rate nitrogen in the emerging stock sector is our nitrogen modeling. This is a concept that's not new to some of you, but is probably not very common on many of your acres. That nitrogen modeling, technologies like Adapt-N out there, look at the weather conditions, our soil conditions, history. They bring all of those pieces together to try to predict how we're going to need to apply nitrogen more economically and more environmentally friendly in the long run. As we've tested those methods against our variable rate nitrogen prescriptions and our historical concepts of what's right, they've really held up well. I'm ready to start taking the nitrogen models off the bench and put them into play, and I think it's time to do that on many of your acres going into the next season. So that's my challenge for you today. I want you to think about how you're managing those stocks on your farm. Are we ready to put variable rate nitrogen on more acres so that we can see those benefits? And are we ready to start putting those nitrogen models to work on certain acres? I think as you talk with your FSA, your trusted advisor, and your precision ag person here at Central Valley Ag, you'll find that we've got acres on your farm that are ready to take those challenges and bump up your nitrogen models so that your stock portfolio, these blue chips and these emerging markets, can ensure economic success for 2019 and years to come.